formal here, so I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Rand. Wow, this is cool. This is like, normally if we have this many people here, it's for a wedding, and I'm not up here. So, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you're having a good time. The weather is really good right now because you're in the shade. Try and by 2 you'll want to leave. It's a dry heat. Okay, so I've got some things, some formal things. My phone was playing the music. That's why the music had to stop. Yeah, it's we're pretty high tech here. All right, first off, you're supposed to start with a joke. Here's my joke. How many of you know that today is National Watermelon Day? One person. That guy is my people right there, because it is, I'm letting you know, it took something really important for me to miss the National Watermelon Day celebrations. And I am totally being serious. You can ask my wife. I'm a watermelon freak. The way I eat watermelon, I'm going to actually tell you how I eat watermelon. If anybody here eats watermelon the same way, then you'll be my watermelon peeps too, okay? With what?
Like Scarface in the movie, the big pile.
I don't know if I eat it like Scarface. If I did, I might not admit it. You guys can hear me okay, right? Everybody can hear me okay? Too loud, too soft, everything's okay? Turn up a little bit? Okay. The only one that's up, yeah. Just turn that up a little more. Okay? Whew, that's loud. There we go. Oh, you wish it was that easy. So to eat watermelon, I have the watermelon there, I cut an entire round slice. The entire round slice. It has to be the entire circle. I take that slice, I put it on a plate. I cover the entire plate with that round slice. I take a knife and a fork. I sit down comfortably with a napkin because there will be dribble, and I eat the watermelon that way. The plate is in my lap, and I eat it, and it is relaxing and wonderful, and it's like this Zen moment with just me and the watermelon. Anyone else? Who else eats watermelon that way? Yes, there are a few. You people who raised your hand, you know just how special that time is with the watermelon.
And you're missing it for us.
It's what?
And you're missing it for us.
I miss it. That was my whole point. That was the whole joke at the beginning, is like, I should be at home right now. It's this beautiful Saturday, sitting down, doing just that, celebrating National Watermelon Day. But no, here I am. You guys are having, I've seen stuff going on from the Mysterium stuff. Looks awesome. There is amazing things going on. Mysterium committee, where are you? Raise your hands. Okay, these people have rocked it. Yeah, Elliot said already this morning, it's like, yeah, you do one Spokane Mysterium and you don't want to do another one. Yeah, it's a lot of work. So honestly, pat these guys on the back. This is really cool. All right, we need, where's Cyan people? If you have ever worked at Cyan, raise your hand.
Does contracting count?
Sure, contracting counts. Yes. Higher, raise the hands higher. I need to see. Cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. This is our house. Okay. What's that?
Can I move in?
If you ask me during this moment, no, you absolutely cannot. Okay, now, just because I'm curious and I like asking questions when there's large groups of people, how many, I was going to ask this the other way, but how many people are from Spokane? Here from Spokane? Okay. That means the rest of you are not, which is pretty crazy. And I would ask who came the farthest, but I think I already know the answer to that. Where is he? 2? Wow! Oh, wow! A challenge. It's a challenge. Did anybody actually measure the actual distance to see?
Yes,
It's
Nick's from Sydney.
wow. Okay. Nice. Very cool, you guys. I don't know that. Well, just kudos, okay? I don't know if you can. Yep, that's amazing. Okay. Kickstarter backers. Any of you that have backed any of our Kickstarters? All right, pretty cool. And then, how many of you have never been to Cyan, like our kind of grounds here before? Oh, man, that's cool. All right, so here's an overlap. How many of you are from Spokane but have never been to our grounds here before? Oh, yeah, there's a few, okay. Are you the people who've kind of driven past, maybe? Anybody driven past?
Every day.
Drive by every day, like, oh, it's back there, the magic happens. Okay.
I'll be here someday.
Yep. All right. Today's the day. Awesome. Okay. Now here's Philip. I could go a lot longer now. Nitro? How many of you love Nitro from Starbucks? How many of you hate normal Starbucks coffee, but you love Nitro? That's me. That is totally me. Oh, that is going to help. It's not, and I don't think it's Nitro because there's nitroglycerin in it, but sometimes I wonder. Okay, so here's an embarrassing one, and I want you to be totally honest. Totally honest. How many of you never finished Myst?
Like 100%?
100%. Never finished 100%. All right, good. I am proud of you people for being honest. I think there's still some people out there lying, but there's nothing to be ashamed of, because if you played it, evidently we got your money somehow. All right. I have to point out, Ryan, where's Echo? Where's Ryan? He is, before he keels over from a heart attack, he did everything you see in our headquarters here was probably him panicked at some point during the week over getting done, and he's still been running to the store today, and I think he probably didn't sleep much last night, so round of applause for Ryan. He has been crushing it. Okay, a couple of announcements. All right, let's see here. First of all, Philip, the guy who brought me my Nitro, he's like filming. He's around filming. There's a documentary he's doing that you guys know about. If you don't know about it, you'll see him filming around. I forget what I was supposed to say about that. If you don't want, there's signs too. Like if you don't want to be filmed, you should talk to Philip. I don't know. Where is Philip? Where did he go?
He just ran off with Vicky inside.
Okay. All right. So the guy who brought me my coffee, which is weird, but okay. And then we have some very just rudimentary things like the bathrooms, that kind of stuff. This building only, that one's off limits. We rented that one, so it's cool. We don't use that. We use this, including the bathrooms. There are upstairs and downstairs bathrooms on either side of the hall when you walk in. Feel free. Elevator. There's an elevator over there. We were going to be, if you want to see the waterfall area and go downstairs and down to the dome room down there. If you are not able to do stairs, please contact somebody who looks like they might know what's going on, because the elevator right now is locked, so that curious people might be inclined to look in it and see if there's anything interesting in there. By the way, I should tell you, there are no... as much as I would love to have set up like a giant puzzle around the place, it's all you can do to kind of just put the thing together. I mean, it's like there's a lot of work. So one of these years, okay, you'll be surprised. But like the number on the fire hydrant really doesn't mean anything right now. Just for these of you who are going to spin out of control on that, okay? Just enjoy yourselves. There are locked and closed doors in the building over there. We mostly trust you, but try and honor the locked and closed doors. Enough said. Rocks out in the back with the waterfall. There's a cool waterfall out there, but if you climb on the rocks, you'll die. So don't do that. All right, the schedule of event for today is, this is on my list, literally on my list, me talking. After I'm done talking, we're going to do a Q&A with me talking. Then we're going to have a combined eating and open house part where you guys get to wander and you get hot dogs. But announcement on the hot dogs is, by the way, we have people like people are cooking your hot dogs who are volunteered to help us. I think Blake's back there. Who's back there? Ben back there? You guys are awesome. It's we're like cheap, I guess is the point. There are gluten-free buns, for those of you so inclined. My wife is celiac or has celiac. I never know how to say that. But whatever it is, she was happy that there are gluten-free buns. There are also veggie dogs. So ask if you need those. If you have any other dietary restrictions that need a microwave or something, there is a kitchen over there that it's down in the basement, and we can point you in the right direction if you'd like to more or less prepare your own food. We'll help you with that. And while we're doing that, we're going to do the open house part. So during the open house, we're going to do some signings. But first, Ra was here, so I'm going to get him up here because he's, So Ra was doing all the designing for every one of our next projects. He just doesn't know it yet. He comes and goes these days. We use and abuse him as much as we can. Yesterday, I gave his wife a nitro coffee to, give her energy to keep up with them. It was her first one. You're welcome. And so Ra was here today. He's going to say hi. He'll be signing with me in the back room. We're going to announce some more stuff, but he's going to say hi now. So, don't go crazy on Rawa, okay? Keep it cool. Keep it calm. Right? How's that? You want me to give him more instructions?
So for those of you who don't know, I have brain cancer. So if you ask me a question and I don't know, it's because it was stored right here behind my eyeball, and I don't know anymore. So for that, I apologize now. I also have pretty bad anxiety attacks. So with this many people here, I do not know how long I will be able to stay. So I wanted to say hi before and thank you all for coming. You guys have always been so supportive of us, and I
We love you, Robo!
I really appreciate all of you.
He's awesome. He hasn't forgotten anything. It's just the access to getting to it takes a little longer sometimes. I send him questions, like dunny questions, because I just don't know stuff. I know that's a surprise to you, and I think it's just because I'm old. Okay, but no. But he always gives me the answers to stuff. So yeah, I'm glad he's here. So we'll be back in the back. He'll be signing on and off, or retiring to the cushioned offices if it gets tiring, which I wish I could. Okay, so there are other signings going on. So Raw and I are going to be in the back room, like if you got stuff to sign. But downstairs we've got stuff going on as well during the open house, which is, of course, wander the grounds. But downstairs we've got Chuck is going to be down there signing stuff. Where's Chuck?
He'll be here at noon.
Okay, all right. So, and then we've got music people. We've got Tim, Jack, Russell, Marty. Who'd I miss? Okay, there they are. Cool, guys. Awesome. Those guys will be downstairs. They'll be at their own table down there. And I know some of you have already seen them and gotten stuff signed, but, get it signed again. I mean, when are those guys going to be together again? This should be like on 60 Minutes or something. Somebody should dig up all the interesting stuff is what I'm saying. Okay, and then, of course, we have the store, which we don't really make stuff in the store, so it's stuff that we've kind of collected, and we may not have a lot of it. And we were having discussions on my way out with me going, how much are you charging for that? I don't know. And they're like, we only have 20 of them. I'm like, okay, all right, good. So there's stuff in there that I don't know. Some of it's limited, and I'm not even sure it all works. Like there's Hexile, Cosmic Osmos Hexiles in there. I don't know what you can play that on. Vicky was saying something like you have to install it on the C drive, or I don't know what that means. So. Manhole masterpieces? I don't know. Go in, At some point when we get down to only 3 left, we're going to just start bidding on them. I do know that, they're in, like the Hexiles are in shrink wrap. So I think Katie's the one who said, nobody's going to open these. They just want to hold them. Like, okay, all right, go get them. But we do have, wow. That looks so cool. I want that back up. At least that should be up. By the way, I'm in charge of signs here at Cyan, so I actually made that sign at, forget the name of the place on the internet where I get that done. Only when they're on sale. The store is also, we have a limited supply of the Miss 25 books, which we didn't print more. We had to print some extras because in case there were broken ones or people didn't get theirs. And so we've got a very limited supply of those. We will never print those again. We weren't kidding when we did that Miss 25 Kickstarter, but we do have limited amount of them. They aren't cheap. Just letting you know. If you didn't save your money or if you spent it all while you're here, you probably won't get one. But for those of you who are independently wealthy, you may be able to pick one up. Okay, let's see here. We also have some of the games are playable downstairs. So, there's a couple VR setups, and Zed is down there. What we'd ask you to do is, if you've played like Firmament or Zed or those things before, like on your own, or you've seen them, try and give priority to people who maybe haven't done VR or haven't seen the stuff. That'd be kind of cool. There's some chairs you can sit down there and hobnob and get stuff signed again while you're waiting as well, which would be cool. All right, then we have, there's a lot of stuff here. We have a giveaway. Now, you'd think that we would, have made some special things, but again, we're just trying to get rid of stuff. Getting out of the closet and stuff. There's a few, there's a table back there where you can sign up for or you'll get a little ticket for the giveaway. And there's some fun stuff in the giveaway. Some of these are like one-off things, but I think there's like one of these banners for abduction. We're just gonna like put in there as kind of a raffle thing, and it's free. If you're here, you just go to get a ticket and put your name down, I think. So do that, and we should actually like get your email so we can like spam you with email. I don't even know if we have that on the list.
1:30. I'm thinking 1:30 we'll do that.
1:30 is the actual raffle where we pull a number name out of a hat or something. So one of the things, I did bring something for that raffle. I have printed, I'm a dangerous 3D printer, because I got a 3D printer. My wife got me a 3D printer for my birthday. It's like, it was on sale, $299 for a 3D printer, right? Yeah. And it is awesome. Like, I have the missed models in Strata, right? So I have printed a couple things from that, as some of you know, but I've also printed a couple entire missed islands. Like, they're very small. I gave one to my brother Robin for his birthday last year. The other one is here today. It's going to be given away for the raffle. Okay? It's very small. Set your hopes small, but I personally have gone in and made it so the trees didn't fall over when it was 3D printed as well, and shored up some of the things that were never made to be real, so it worked. But it's mostly all there. Kind of cool. I forget, what else are we giving away? There's other stuff too. The what? Oh, yeah. This is kind of fun. We bought a trailer. It is not an Airstream or I forget what that one's called. It's not one of those, but my wife's like, oh, we need a Yisha cloth on the back of that trailer. So I printed up a very small one on my trailer. If you see me, if you're driving around, you see a trailer with a Yisha cloth, it's probably me. But we printed a big one too. It's weird. Doesn't seem that windy, does it? Feels good. We probably don't need to worry about it.
It's a very light breeze.
Yeah. Whoa. This is why Elliot's never going to do this again. Yeah. What was that?
It's early outlook.
It is definitely early. See the bottom of it where the stuff's coming out? I'm the one who put the staples in there. It obviously did not work right. Okay, so we have a big Yisha cloth that's like a what's it called, a decal. It's not permanent, but it'll stick on your stuff, which would be kind of cool. That's one of the things we'll give away too. I don't know what else, other cool things. Okay, couple of announcements now. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Zed. Zed's awesome. This is a little bit interesting for us because as a company, we've always kind of done our own stuff mostly, and Cyan Ventures is a new venture for us. I hope you guys have enjoyed meeting Chuck, getting to see his vision. This was very little of us and all of Chuck, because that was something we wanted to see the light of day. We wanted to help a little bit. I would like to tell you that we have bazillions of dollars hidden just over the hill that we can, do more of this with, but that was our first attempt at a little bit of a paying it forward that for something we thought was special, that made a really cool statement. So if you haven't seen Zed, your chance to see it downstairs and say hi to Chuck. He'll be down there signing as well. Please do it. We'll get more into Cyan Ventures a bit more. Firmament. Woo! That's the next big project that'll be keeping us busy for a while. Thank you guys for supporting it. And by the way, while supplies last, there are Firmament Decals with every purchase in the Cyan's gift shop, or whatever it's called. You get a free, that's right, free Firmament decal to display proudly on your car for people to wonder, what the heck is that? They'll think you're a flat earther. No comment. Thank you guys so much for supporting Firmament. Every time we do this, it's just amazing. You guys really come through. Thank you. Abduction. We just released Abduction update. See that? See that? And it's a big one. I mean, a lot of... This thing has been here forever, haunting us. This was a huge update with all the stuff we've learned to optimize it, get things running a little smoother, a little cleaner. So when you get back, for most of you, feel free to download that, and it'll work a lot better for you. It was fun doing that and getting that out. Did I give enough info on that? No? Yeah. 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 I am. I'm getting to that. Miss 25. Thank you guys again. I'm just going down the list of thanking you. Thank you. Miss 25. But really, we just wanted those books. I said that before, but honestly, we were just like, how can we get other people to pay so that we can have books with like LCD panels in them? Thank you for paying for our books. No, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about time out. No. Talk amongst yourselves. That's the thing I was missing. Under the abduction category here, I didn't have indents. Abduction update, but also we're releasing Abduction on the Xbox very soon. I know. Really cool. We just keep working on that thing. Was there anything else? I knew I forgot something about Abduction. That was it, right?
Yeah, PlayStation update.
Yeah. PS4 update is coming as well. Keeping that thing tuned to perfection. All right, let's talk about ventures a little bit more. I talked about Zed, but we've got a couple things that are possible interesting venture things. The first one is, how many of you are familiar with Numinous Games? Numinous Studios, I think it's just Numinous, yeah. The guys who did That Dragon Cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like amazing. Ryan Green and his wife Amy are like so, like, yeah, they'll blow your mind. But, and they're like really famous. They go do TED Talks and stuff in China. I don't know how it's amazing to me. But anyway, we're working with them. We've announced some stuff earlier. There was that stuff that Jess Brillhart announced at South by Southwest, working with us on some stuff that was kind of into the mind thing. And those are experimental stuff we're doing together with her. But the next ventures project that we'll be doing is will probably be with Numinous, and with a product there that we will not name, but it'll be something that we're helping them complete. It's the same kind of deal. We don't have a ton of money, but they had a vision for something, and we want to help with it. So keep your eyes open for that. Ventures, yes. And on a completely weird note, Ventures has something else that they're messing with. I don't even know how to describe this. It's not a game. It's just an app.
Buck Chucker 2?
Wait, are you implying that Bug Chucker is not a game? Because my high scores would beg to differ.
Oh, my high score is higher than
Oh, Tina, be quiet. Took her years to beat my high scores. Years.
But she did it.
Yeah, well, it's because I stopped playing. So we are there, every now and then. You work in your real job, and then you have an idea like, oh man, that would be a great idea. We should do that. We had an idea like that here at Cyan, and we work at our real jobs, and we were doing something in everyday life, which I won't go into the details. But that'd be cool if there's an app that did that. So we're writing an app, and it's called Crowbox, and it is not a box to feed crows. So if you look it up and there's boxes online to feed crows, that's not what it is. But it's a bit of a mystery. We'll keep it a bit of a mystery, but it is not a game. It works, at least, especially when it starts out, it's going to work just on iPhones, no Androids. Sorry. That was perfect. Because you always hear the all, but no, you never hear like, yay, that's right, iPhone. Anyway, I only bring that up because we're going to be beta testing that crazy thing that you don't know anything about very soon. If you're interested in an app that's not a game, just a functional little thing that's related to photos, your photo album, there'll be a sign up back there. If you'd like to beta test, you can sign up. And maybe you'll get to beta test that. Mark DeForest, where's Mark?
Way back there.
Mark's where he is. I've been working with Mark on this. Mark's wife, Patty, said yesterday that Mark never shares anything he works on. He's probably top secret. He's doing this because he's under NDA probably or something. But she said he works on stuff on Crowbox, and he's like, hey, Patty, come. You should come check this out. I'm really building this up way too much. Okay, Crowbox. I'm burning time on Crowbox. All right, let's keep going here. All right, let's turn to Cyan. You guys want to know what we're doing? You're here at our home. You're at our digs here. We're gonna go over some stuff. So, Firmament is another nice. Miss 25 and Firmament have. I mean, we feel like we're a bit reinvigorated. Frankly, Firmament was scary. How many of you were like a little scared watching Firmament? Like, I don't think so. This one, I don't know. I'd like to have Ryan's like, we're gonna make it. He was that way because he was like, his job depended on it. To a certain extent. So those things have gotten us over a really nice hump. It's not like we're flush with cash, and you guys know we use your money very, very nicely. Remember how I said I put the staples in the sign? You know, that's how good. I didn't even pay somebody to put the staples in that sign. That's how much we guard your funding of stuff. But we feel like we've turned a corner, and we've got a chance to make some choices to kind of get Cyan over hump and start moving upward, which we're going to be growing for Firmament. You know, we've done that. We've already hired a couple people back, which is Eric and Hannah, which we're really excited about. Where's Eric and Hannah? They're probably working. Okay. She was at the panel. Okay. Anyway, that was awesome for us. But it also means that, you know, we're kind of reinvigorated as a company. We're trying to make plans that are a little bit unusual for us, planning for the future, which means we want to, yeah, exactly. She's like, planning for the future, what's that? Not too far in the future, just, you know, reasonable amounts in the future. But one thing we've been looking at, I mean, aside from Firmament, which, by the way, just a couple notes, it's really awesome. Okay, we've been working a lot on design stuff, fleshing out stuff. Eric, myself, and my brother Ryan, who you guys probably saw at the panel yesterday, we're doing some cool stuff. Where is he? Oh, he's back with Eric. It's a cool story. It's a cool story, right? I mean, those guys are both like grumpy most of the time, but they even say it's a cool story. Look at them. They're acting like they're not grumpy. All right, somebody back me up. Are they grumpy sometimes? Yeah. See, Ryan's like, yeah, they're grumpy sometimes. Okay. Eric is if Eric says something's good, I know it's like pretty good because he's not gonna lie to you. Yeah. It's good. All right. So we're excited. We don't want to give too much away, again, but the story has got these great things that are just going to blow your mind, and we're packing a little in there. It's kind of cool. Okay. With that said, we want to do more than Firmament. That's like a beginning thing. So one of the things we're considering is we got over the Miss 25 hump, and it feels like it's time to refresh some things. to do some things kind of over again that might be showing their age. So, and we want to start that. So one of the things, this is the beginning of a refresh that we're kind of announcing. And the first part of that is we want to refresh Myst for kind of a turning the page kind of thing. We have Myst, and we got this Myst and that Myst and real Myst and all that. We need like a definitive version. That doesn't mean that's all we're doing, but we got it. Those of you who played real Myst recently, I mean, there's versions that kind of show their age. We can do like, we can blow your mind. Okay, that's what we want to do. We got to get that done. So we're going to do it. Okay, that's the first step in this turn the page. Yeah. Okay? It's kind of a no-brainer, right? It's time for that. But what that leads to is after you do, the real-time version of end-all, be-all of Myst that, that we can all ride off into the sunset.
And ribbon.
Oh, good idea. Okay. So one of the things that we've been waiting to do, and frankly just waiting for Starry Expanse guys to just finish it, and then just take it from them. No, those guys have done freaking amazing work, okay? Yeah. And you all know the story. I have the Myst models, I can print out 3D things, but we don't have Riven stuff. It's all on those nasty SGIs that collapsed in a heap or whatever. So those guys have rebuilt stuff, models and textures, and I understand Marty's supplying brought a magic box of sounds and voices. Like, what the heck? Marty? What are you doing?
I got all of your solos.
Oh my gosh. If any of you have boxes of our stuff hanging around, let us know. If you could help with Riven stuff.
You never paid me for that.
I'll buy you a drink. So anyway, long story short, we've talked with the Starry Expanse guys, and we want to do Riven next after that, after Myst. And it's all nice calling these things real Myst and real Riven, but honestly, we're turning the page and we're going to do Myst, redo Myst, and then we're going to redo Riven in real time. And it's just going to be called Riven, and it's going to be amazing. And we're talking with the Starry Expanse guys about what they've got and how we can help and how they can help and how that all turns into a larger development that hopefully we can get done, because it's hard if it's not your day job, I think, some of those people would agree. So, we'll be having discussions with them, but that's really exciting. We've always said, when the time's right, and it feels like the time's right, and those guys have jump-started this thing with how much work they've done. So having them as part of this is really cool. We thought you'd like that. And then beyond that, those who are the beginning, probably, although I did wear my Uru shirt, everybody here would love to do Uru. I don't know if that's in the cards. That's just so big, and I love it. But there's room for other products in the Myst universe. Good job. Chalking that up to Elliot right there.
Good job.
It's gonna fall and chop right on me now. Okay. There's other stories. We remember how when we did Abduction, we were like, oh, we need a vacation, and Myst. We still love Myst, but give us a break and to go do some other things. Abduction, Firmament. And after that, we think, after kind of refueling Myst and Riven, maybe we want something new in that Myst universe. So, yeah. Had enough vacation. It's time to come home. So we'll keep you guys informed, and we haven't said much about that, but I think we're all feeling kind of refreshed and excited about something like that. And that ties right in with the Myst episodic series stuff, which we all know every time we talk. It's like, yeah, this time it's gonna do it. This time we're gonna have a TV show. It's probably next year. You'll be turning on Netflix. Boom, there it is. Nothing ever happens. Well, this time it's gonna happen. Probably next year. You turn on Netflix and there it is.
Believe it when we see it.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Although I have to say this, we are much more involved this time. Okay? We've done, it's really weird. I've said this before. It's really weird working in the Hollywood kind of scenarios. I don't get it a lot of times because when you're a game company and you're small and you're indie and you don't have you got to be scrappy. You're just like, well, let's make a game, and you get people and you make a game. I mean, you just, sometimes it's less money, sometimes it's more money, but you just kind of do it. But Hollywood is like, that's not how they don't look at it that way unless you're the Duplass brothers. Anybody get that joke? Anybody? Good. Did you read their book? Okay. Anybody read Like Brothers? Yes? Okay, cool. Anyway, they basically said, okay, well, we're just going to do it. And they made stuff, and now they're famous. I don't know how they did that either, but my brother Ryan and I decided, well, we have the idea for where we want the Myst series to go. We had an idea, and rather than thinking that somebody else could come up with a better story, it was like, well, we're going to drive that. So we wrote treatments, is that what they're called? Treatments, and designs, specs for that, whatever it is in the gaming, we went, and then we wrote a pilot, and then we rewrote it, and then we rewrote it, and then we rewrote it, the way you do, right? Over and over and over again, and we're really excited about it. So some of you who were privileged enough for me to read a teaser to you a couple nights ago, it's kind of fun, but the Myst series is going to be very different than what you might expect. You would think that we would take the Book of Atris or the Book of Tiana and just kind of go with that, but that's not what we want to do. This is something very different. We want something that you guys as Myst fans are going to watch it and you'll see all these cool little things in it, but if you don't know anything about Myst, after the first episode, you're going to be like, I have to watch the second episode. You don't need to know. We have we have everything we need to tell a great story. And it doesn't have to be in the box of the old stuff. It can reach into areas that are still mysterious from a Myst point of view. I think Ellery has referred to some of the years as the hidden years So those years are years we're working on. Those are years like what happened after certain aspects of the game, like what happened on the surface, who came to the surface, all those kind of things. And we're going to get into that, but this is more about like now. Like what would happen if this is all now? You guys know we love doing now. It's that Uru thing. Like, this just needs to be now. So I feel like I could fall on one of these books. Well, that's what intrigues us about the Myst series. And sure, we'll reach back and have some stuff that you guys will cheer at when you see, but it's going to be really interesting and unique. I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love it. Yeah. Okay, so that. Now, let me check my notes. By the way, we have to make that happen still. But Ryan and we're inserting ourselves, doggone it.
You can do it.
Yes. Eric read the script. Remember Eric? He's my, he's honest. Did you like it? Did you like it? He's an honest guy. He read it and said it was good. And his wife. His wife's nicer than him, though. She's gracious. Eric would have just been a straight shooter if he didn't like it. No, I think we're getting really good feedback. I wish I could just share it with all you guys, but I want you to watch it and go, yeah, that was awesome. Next year on Netflix. All right, you help us. And you know what? If we need help, we're putting out the word to you guys. Like if at some point we're down in Hollywood and we're like, hey, this is not going good. You need to I don't even know what, email campaign to some big executive with a cigar in his mouth, right? You guys are down with that, right? I'm serious. That may be what it takes. All right. All right, I think I've covered just about everything. I have talked for almost an hour. Almost an hour. Oh, wait. Yes. Okay, so we have time for a few questions. Do you guys, so remember, let me make sure I'm on schedule here. Me talking, Q&A, and then the eating and open house. Let's do a quick little Q&A. Yes, eating is not restricted. Feel free to grab your food and eat, anywhere on the grounds except for behind the closed and locked doors and in that building. By the waterfall, if you'd like, there's a couple tables and chairs down there. Sit on the ground. It's, hopefully not too wet. We'll find out when you guys stand up. And so feel free and no rush. Open house, you can do open house first, then eat open house, mix and match, all those things. Thank you guys so much for, not just for being here, but for the support. I mean, you guys do this for us. We couldn't keep going. We're this little company that could, but it's because of you. Honestly, I mean, I think we're becoming more and more unique in this world, and everything seems to help us at the right time with like Kickstarters and content that we can give directly to you and all those elements that just seem to line up so that we can keep going. And we'd love to keep going and make cool stuff for you. So we'll stay in touch. We'll let you know what we're doing. We'll try and actually, as we turn this, kind of go over this hump, we're going to hopefully start revealing more stuff to you and sharing and being a little more open to the whole process that's going on with Firmament and beyond, too. So stay tuned for all of that as well. Thank you so much. Questions? Any just burning questions that... Will I cameo? Heck yeah, I will cameo on a TV show. Oh my gosh, I am looking forward to that. I don't want to act in it, but yes, I am going to be in there. I can't wait to figure out where that is.
Will the TV show fit in with the Uru dimension of the universe?
That's a good question. Yes, it's going to fit in with everything perfectly, and there will be absolutely no conflicts. Okay, thanks for coming. Any other questions? Yes.
Okay, so my son has laryngitis, so he's asked me to ask if the two brothers in this were actually based off of you and your brother.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I am the friendly yet evil crazy brother. Robin is the dignified yet evil crazy brother. They were only based off of us because we didn't have money to pay real actors. Yeah, but I hope it does not reflect our personalities. It was easy to be, by the way, that was easy to be Akinar. That's like being like a crazy person, for some reason comes natural to me.
So this new definitive version of Mist, Riven, Mystics, Uruchu, dare I hope, they're all going to be VR, right?
Eventually, yes. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, I want to walk around in Mist Island in VR. So first, but we have to take those steps, and this is the first step is, okay, we're going to make this, you guys play games and you look at the current versions of Mist and you're like, oh, that needs to meet that. Yeah, and then we take the step to VR and we're walking around that, a gorgeous part of that Mist Island. I mean, again, just like the books that we wanted, we just want to do that too. So, yeah. Yes?
So I asked this during the Mist
5 Kickstarter, and you dodged my question.
Called out.
It's kind of a raw question, but I'll ask. Was there ever, like, you made an entire language for Denise, correct? And another one for Narayan. Was there ever an actual writing system developed for the art, like the pages behind the linking book, or was it basically just never actually a thing? Like, is there actually a whole nother language that we just never have seen?
Honest?
No, I have to see if I understand the question correctly. You're saying, can we learn how to write magic books that link us to places? I don't even remember, but evidently, at least I'm consistent.
I think it means, can you show us a chart of some Garo Hepti characters?
I don't think we, okay, we'll set aside here out of character. The specifics of writing the books and the Garo Hepti characters that go in there and the language, that was always meant to be a little bit magical. If we get too specific in there, it feels like exactly. You all know what that means, and sometimes it's just nice to have a little magic that floats there, and that's a little bit of our magic, I think, if that answers. Let me go this side.
Are we gonna get the making of documentary for Firmament?
Making of documentary for Firmament. We have so much footage. Philip is definitely. Philip can. He basically owns me. He'll be able to blackmail me anytime, anywhere. So yes, whatever Philip wants.
It's on footage now too.
I think yes, the mist making of was that was cool. I mean, that was just Robin and I making, filming each other like we were big deal or something. But it is fun to watch the process a bit, and that I mentioned that earlier. We want to document the process for Firmament a little bit bigger, and even our little indie process here that we how we work and share it with you guys too. So, all right. Book of Merum. Book of Merum. I can't believe you guys asked that question. What's the pat answer?
On the back burner.
Oh, you know what? I think we're going to be taking that off the back burner.
Is it coming off the back burner onto the back burner? Or?
It's moving. I think it's moving toward the front.
Ooh.
Yeah, we've had conversations even as how would I like this week about things there. So, yeah. Ryan, my brother, may be involved in that as well. So, yeah. Stay tuned for more information on that. As part of this kind of, we're feeling a little empowered. Maybe it's time to do Book of Merum and get you guys to stop asking that question.
Now that Cyan has its own dedicated publishing arm, does that indicate that you are planning to stick away from external publishers in the future?
Woo!
I don't ask easy questions, sorry.
Yeah.
Activision.
I would. Yeah, I don't have a great taste in my mouth from external publishers, but sometimes we just do things so that we can make what we want to make. So it's hard for me to say never. Our preference is, have all the pieces in place that we can get things directly to you, and the world seems to be moving that way. So, yeah. But at the same time, if we can get something that's 3 times better to you with a bit of compromise, then, sometimes it's worth being able to do your vision. But there are limits to that, who we'd work to and how that would work. So, yeah, we're tending that way. Go ahead. I saw a hand go like this and then down.
Will Firmament be an Epic Games Store exclusive?
Will Firmament be an Epic Game Store exclusive? Okay, let's put it this way. I just answered your question kind of in more or less words, but not really. Let's say that you have your choice of Firmament this big or Firmament this big. And this one you can get in all the usual places, and this one you can get for the same price at the Epic Game Store. Which would you pick? It's a hard choice. I mean, it's not as easy as you might think. So if Epic came and said, hey, you guys raised $1 million on, not that this has happened, but, wishful thinking, you guys raised $1 million on a Kickstarter, here's $2 more million if we can get it exclusive, and it costs you nothing, and suddenly we have 3 times the amount you gave to do the project, which means it's bigger and cooler. It's not as easy. I mean, it's easy to go, no, we won't do that, except some of you go, yeah, that would be cool. So keep in mind, those are the things we struggle with. Not that that's happened, but it's not so black and white. That's all. That's all I'm saying. How many of you, by the way, time for more questions. This is a good point for questions. How many of you, if it was Epic Game Store exclusive or another Game Store exclusive, would be like, nope, I'm out?
Take the money and run.
Okay, all right. So there's a few who are like, no, I'm not doing it. All right, that's good.
If you had added other storefront exclusive, if it was just Epic Games, you probably would have had more hands.
Yeah, if you just said
Oh.
Epic, like it's Epic specifically. That
Oh.
yeah.
So the hate is more for Epic than, say, other people who are doing exclusive stores.
GOG's fine.
GOG or Steam exclusive or whatever. Just Epic.
Not Epic.
Wow.
Not Epic. They're trash. They don't do security at all. They have so many stuff.
All right.
They're just bad.
Okay.
They're just bad.
All right. But see, we use their engine, and it's like, it's awesome. Okay, one more question. I got one more. If you got the best question. Oh, wait, hand came up and down. Like, okay. All right. I got to go with goggles.
If Cyan was to make a very different kind of game from Mr. Uru or Abduction, what style of game would you really enjoy?
We couldn't hear the question.
If Cyan was to make a very different kind of game than what we do, what would it be?
Cosmic Cosmo.
You heard it. Cosmic Cosmo. That's arguably not different than what we do. But it's pretty weird.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Work so hard.
That's true. Honestly, I don't know. We feel like we have a niche. So maybe the question is, if Cyan would, I don't know that we would. We did Bug Chucker because I loved Bug Chucker. Yo, I know you people hate Bug Chucker. That was just, a little thing of mine. Okay? I loved it. We've toyed with the idea of, we love disc golf. Wouldn't it be fun in VR to do disc golf or something like that? But it's kind of not our thing. So, maybe if it was a Cyan Ventures and we had a few people interested, we would. But I don't know that it's anything definitive, to be honest with you. It'd be something small and that we...
Frisbee and Minkata.
That. If only.
Desert.
There we go. Disc golf through the ages.
Yes. Oh, through the ages, even. Okay. That is all because you guys are going to drop out from being hungry.
We have a thing.
They have a thing. Thank you guys again so much. Q&A. Blah, 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 da, 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 da.
So at Mysterium 2 years ago, there was a comment about how Rand always wears sandals. And that if anyone could get a hold of a pair of Birkin socks, not Birkenstocks, but socks that look like sandals, that we would actually... So I went home and bought them 2 years ago, and they have been... They even survived a move, and I remembered to bring them, and we wanted to give them to you. They have been signed by the committee members. Merry Christmas.
You really do love me. Oh, I'm going to wear the picture. Yes, glad you reminded me. Well, wait, you guys, let me take one first.
Okay.
I'm in it.